Good evening. Welcome to Meditation Mondays. We have about 2 minutes until we begin, but I always like making sure that this tech works. Technology. So we had a little bit more smoke today from the Canadian wildfires. I was going to go for a run today, but decided the better of it. So I exercised inside. Excuse me. So I hope you guys are all doing well. And, I really appreciate you either joining me here live or on a replay, either on Substack or on YouTube. It really makes me feel like I have a community going on. Thank you. I appreciate it. So we have about 30 seconds. Is that right? I like starting on time. When I was in some performing groups in New York City, it was like our mantra to start 5 to 10 minutes late. It always drove me crazy. Start on time. If we say 7 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock. Anyway. Well, again, welcome to Meditation Mondays. My name is Daryl Gregory, and I'm a certified meditation coach and teacher, as well as a yoga teacher as well. So I wrote something earlier today and posted it on Substack about finding meditation throughout the day, and not worrying about sitting for the long haul and for the long period. Like, oh, if I don't meditate for at least 45 minutes, it's not going to do anything. Well, that's not how meditation works, and that's not how even the rewiring of the brain works in regard to meditation. So my article was about taking little sips during the day, so you don't have to chug it all at once. You can find times when you can notice the breath. Also, I wrote about the fact that we were in Chicago this past weekend and our car got stolen. And, while it was an annoyance and it was like, ugh, luckily I didn't have anything valuable in the car. I brought my guitar to practice, but I didn't have it in the car, and my wallet was inside. So they stole the car and took it on a joyride. But in dealing with all of the paperwork and the phone calls and all of that, I found time to meditate. So when I'm on hold and I'm frustrated with being on hold and then not knowing where the car is or whether or not it's going to be a total loss or that kind of thing, you have that feeling. You have that feeling in your body of frustration, and it does cause your body to feel a certain way, tense up. Your shoulders go up by your ears, and all of that kind of stuff. And here's a chance to be in the moment, to notice the breath, and to sit with that feeling. Whatever that feeling is, the skin tingling, your palms are sweaty. Your maybe your teeth are grinding if you're a tooth grinder. But and it doesn't last long because you're not on hold for that long. 5 minutes at the most. I never go past 5 minutes, and I'll hang up and call again. But the point being is that there are opportunities to have these short little meditations throughout the day. And you don't have to worry about, accumulating these times of 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. You don't have to string them all together in order to make your meditation practice valid, whatever that means. So, I hope that you take the time to read what I wrote about this because it is important. It's important because we beat ourselves up about these things. Um, and that's one of the things that the internet culture does to us. We see so and so meditating and floating 5 inches above the ground, and we say, "Why can't I do that?" Because they're probably not doing it either. Um, yeah, so do what you can. Find those times. And even the fact that you found that time is a meditation in and of itself. Being aware enough to notice that, perhaps this is a time where I need to notice my breath for a minute. This is a time when I need to sit with this feeling of anger and appreciate this feeling. And yeah, so I, I wouldn't worry about putting in the big minutes, but, find those times during the day. So if you're ready to sit with me right now, let's review our three basic components of silent meditation. First is we find our seat. I have my feet flat on the floor and my sit bones are on my chair, giving myself a good foundation. So I'm not leaning back. I'm not relaxing into my lazy boy. I have a strong, long back. My neck continues, and the crown of my head is going up to the ceiling. And my neck is in a comfortable position. Yeah. Hands are palms down on my thighs, or you could, do some special mudra if you know about those things. My back is away from the chair, like I said, long and strong. And number two is we find the breath. So the breath is coming in through the nose and out through the nose. And that is our anchor. That is our constant. That is what we come back to. So when we meditate on the breath. So the breath is our present moment. It is our anchor to awareness. And the third thing that we do is we notice our thoughts. There are always thoughts. If there are no thoughts, our brain is probably brain dead. We're in a coma. But since we are not in a coma and we are meditating, we will have thoughts. Now, whether or not we pay attention to them and hook onto them and create stories around them and, you know, interact with them in some way, that's where the meditation comes in and the awareness comes in. So if you're aware of that, you come back to the breath, you come back to the present moment. Find your seat, find your breath, notice thoughts, come back to the breath. Yeah, it's simple but not easy. All right, so we're going to sit for 15 minutes. Oh, also, if you don't want to stare at me, you can turn your chair to the side. It's what I do when I'm in meditation, Zoom meditation classes. No one wants to look at the teacher. I'd rather look at the closet. You guys ready? All right, I'm pressing my button here. Find your seat. Find your breath. Notice your thoughts and come back to the breath. Start to bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. You roll your shoulders back a couple of times, taking a deep breath. And let's bring our hands to prayer. And let's find gratitude for this practice. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be at ease and calm in this day. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I'm going to have a live stream yoga on Wednesday morning with the neighborhood ladies, and Friday after work at 6 p.m. do some winding down at the end of the week. All right. You guys take care. Thank you so much for joining me.